Hello, survivors, and
welcome
welcome
to
another
a special episode of Will You Survive? Alex's birthday!
It's his birthday! He is 145 years old, born in 1901,
Let's go, guys.
dude.
Dude, do the math.
That was like way off, but
That's pretty much
born in
right.
1879.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you go.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Alex.
Thank you very much.
It's happy birthday. It's accelerated aging.
Accelerated
Every
aging.
shot he takes, it goes up.
Every shot I take? Dang. Then you
Yeah.
would be close.
He's way past 145.
Thank you very much for that, for the birthday wishes. I want to go ahead and introduce our co-hosts today and what we're going to be discussing. So first of all, our co-host number one, you are...
I'm co-host number
TJ.
1. And this is co-host number 2.
Why am I number 2?
Why? Because he made me number 1. Get in line.
Okay, but arguably, I feel like I should get, Like,
Well,
I
if-
should
Well, he
get
makes
number
great
1.
compelling points.
If it makes
so-
you feel any better, why
'Cause-
don't you go back to elementary school reasoning?
okay,
First
'cause
the worst, second
Because
the
I'm
best.
black, right? It's because I'm number 2 because I'm black.
This guy always makes it about race.
See, I went the elementary school rules. First the
Warning,
worst,
I'm
second
black.
the
Warning.
best. Warning.
Warning, I'm black.
And with that, their names are Eric and TJ, for all of you who didn't catch that. And
To the jizzle, baby.
Yeah, a so small part of me thought you were going to say Eric and Token.
no, not Token.
I thought I felt it coming.
Not Token.
It's not Tolkien.
Tolkien.
It's Tolkien.
Yeah.
Tolkien, because his parents were huge J.R.R. Tolkien
It
fans.
most certainly is not Tolkien. That is, they tried to cover that shit up so hard.
Dude, even Eric Cartman knew it was Tolkien. It was only that racist Kyle. He was the only one who didn't
And
know.
all of America
Well, yeah.
and everybody else.
But with that, we are talking about All of Us Are Dead, specifically episodes 5 through 8. And I had some things prepared for you guys. I wanted to know some specific things, like
Okay.
we're going to discuss a few things. I want to talk about the character development. I want to talk about survival strategies. I want to talk about... This one is a lot harder because I think this particular topic deserves some discussion, which is the theme of isolation. Meaning,
Yes.
I think more people would have gone mad being so isolated for so long. So I want to talk about some of these things, and we have more just in case we have more time. But with that, let's go into the character development. We have witnessed that there are people, I think we witnessed this earlier on, there are people who are immune to this virus, if you will.
As sorts.
They're kind of,
know.
if you
It's
will.
more like the T virus. They
That's what I was
bond
going to
with
say.
it. Yeah.
Go ahead, run with that.
Well, yeah, they kind of bond with it, which the scientist or the high school science teacher was talking about, where he was saying that if the virus ever found a way to coexist with human conscious, that would be like a whole new monster.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And it's happening in varying degrees amongst Yoonji, that one dude, the bully who kind of
Yeah.
sucks, and Namra.
Yeah.
Butchering all the names, but we know who we're talking about.
I think you got it. I think you got all of them. But yeah,
phone smash chick,
yeah.
Phone
mullet
smash
bitch,
chick.
and silent bitch.
And the hot prez. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Prez. I will
Prez.
go with Prez because I can't
I
remember
like that
that
one.
chick's name.
I like that one. So, in that whole dynamic, we've also had a little more. We've had a little more character development with our characters. So, of course, this is a little bit later, but I'll go ahead and throw it out now. When Chung San finally revealed to his best friend for life that he has feelings for her, and that was
Was that at the end of
I
8?
think that was towards the end of 8.
Okay.
You didn't quite get there.
No, we watched it, but we were watching it on 2x speed.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely
No.
and we were discussing things.
I don't think it's at the end of 8.
It was. She got mad at him. She sent him away. And then the bully climbed up. So it was right at the end of 8.
Yeah, we were definitely talking during that part, but I do remember that.
So it was one of those things that is like, I liked how they did this, because when you're about to die, what else do you do? What do you say?
You
what
confess
do you,
your love.
and I think so, right?
You want to know what part made my heart feel good even more?
What's that?
Was when he took her side about SOS.
Yeah.
Do you know what that was in reference to?
Yeah.
Yeah, where she was telling him that you never take my side.
Right.
And he told her that you always take his side.
Right.
And so that was his way of just taking her side, even if he didn't know whether she was right or wrong. That was very sweet.
But ironically, okay, so I'll get into that. This is a little premature, but
And then she kicked him.
she was right. Everything she said about that is right. SOS actually means nothing.
Oh, I thought it stood for Save Our Ship.
No, people like to say that, but that's they call that a backronym. They came up with that after the distress signal had already been in use. So as soon as the radios came into existence and were put on ships, the ships and radiomen had to find a way to easily display their distress. SOS just happens to be the easiest because it's 3 dot 3 dash
Yeah,
3 dot.
yeah.
I was gonna ask Eric. I was gonna see if he.
Oh.
if he remembered.
No, I did know that because of fucking Jeopardy.
Yeah, good. That's very important to know because you can do that with and you don't need electronics to do it. You can
That's right.
flash a mirror or
Yeah.
something like that.
And it's
Question-
actually something in literature that when you read on SOS, they actually point this out on purpose, is that it's a very modern convention that people will write it out in the sand and the way they did on the roof. Because, of course, when this was first invented, airplanes wasn't even a possibility.
Yeah, so no one was going to see you from the sky.
Right.
You might know this because you were born in 1601, and my source is that somebody said that in the chat. I think Josh said that. Is 911 of sorts a backronym? Has it always been 911? Has that always been the emergency?
There's 999. There's 111.
999 is Europe.
No, what was the American emergency line before 911?
Before 911, I believe it was simply operator.
Well, back in the day,
Huh.
Alex would just have to, get out, hang his head out the window and just help me, help. And
I never
eventually,
did that. I never.
Well, no,
once
he
did
had.
that.
Remember, he had the only other. What was it? A telegram with
Graham Bell?
Was that who made it? I thought it was Franklin.
Oh, the telegram. You might be right there, but Graham Bell made the phone.
No, essentially, yeah, he's old.
When he
That's
was
the
a kid,
joke.
he used smoke signals. Technology is advancing.
When he got to Jamestown and he met the Indians,
So I do actually know a couple of smoke signals.
not helping your case.
I do actually. Well, I mean, it's stuff that you should know, right?
Use the earth to find help,
Bro.
This is not going to be a short episode.
Bro, I'm not going to bash the natives in the slightest because
my wife is native. Aha!
Those
Warning,
motherfuckers
my wife is
are
native.
they're awesome, and I really do respect their way of life.
No, I do too. They do things right. They actually respect nature and they use it as intended.
We have screwed up so bad, and one of the sayings I got. Now this is terrible to admit because I got it from the TV show Yellowstone, but I still thought it was an appropriate saying, is the Native American way of life is living with the land. And we have come to live on the land and off of the land, right? We take from it.
Yeah.
They believe in giving back as much as they take from, which I think that's like the best stewardship. If you call yourself the dominating force on the planet, why are you not taking care of the planet?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really not like some tree hugging hippie. I don't believe in all of the nonsense that they go so far. No oil burning, blah blah blah. Because let's face it, the Native Americans believed in fire, burning wood. But the biggest difference was they gave thanks for everything.
Mm-hmm.
They would cut down
every part of animal.
Every part of the tree that they would cut down. They would strip the leaves, the bark. They would be able to use everything.
They would waste
were
nothing.
Brilliant at using all of it. And the fact that we can't do that. And really, the more
killed all the buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, as a species, we're not. I mean, I think it's species wide, really. Like, I think not all, but most of humankind does this. That we're very much like, particularly in America. I'll focus on America. We're very wasteful, especially in America when it comes to food. Mm-hmm. The way that our food is grown, where so much of what's grown is not used or not sold.
Right.
Purely because it doesn't look right, or it just it wasn't big enough or whatever the case be. It's a lot of wasted food.
Yeah. One thing I could use as an example of lack of waste that has been banned is hemp. We used to be able to use hemp for paper.
We're starting to get back into it, though.
Why did it get?
Why
did it get banned?
So that's a big conspiracy theory that we should get into some other time.
Okay.
But it's huge. Like, and I do believe some of it was the newspaper conglomerates that had pushed to ban hemp because they could make hemp paper so much cheaper, and hemp, because it's weed, it is a weed. They could grow it so fast and so cheap, and they didn't need irrigation. They didn't need it would just grow. And now it wouldn't be, smokable, but that's not the point of hemp.
It's a different thing.
All right.
Yeah.
And so, but you could make baskets out of it. You can make rope out of it. You can make clothes out of it. You can
take the
sacks
oil
out of it. Take the oil, use the oil for burning
I use
lamps.
that, I use it for my hair. I have hemp seed stuff.
Hemp seed oil is really good for your skin. Like every single part of that plant could be used. What do you guys think about the themes of isolation, of having to be alone, all the different groups? I'm glad that some of these people didn't have to be completely alone, like, say, the firefighter.
Yeah.
But how do you think you would fare in a situation like this all on your own?
I'd be completely fine. I like...
What?
I don't like people anyways, so I would be chill. If I was held up in that closet with the food, I'd be vibing.
Okay, speaking of her.
Well, do you think she was vibing?
Oh, absolutely
no,
not.
She definitely wasn't. She was tweaking. She was seeing dead people.
So,
but like, yeah,
TJ and
I get both sides.
TJ and I got into a discussion about this that I think you walked in on while we were mid-conversation, but you only heard my side of it. I felt bad for her. Not to say, this is Nayeon, I think her name was. She murdered that guy.
Yep.
She straight up killed that guy. It was cold. It was calculated. She is a murderer. Her actions are not justified. However, we have to remember that this is a high school, so she is a child. And this is a situation none of us can say we have been in or even been in something close to it. None of us have been in anything as stressful as a zombie apocalypse. That will do something to the human psyche. I can see how her upbringing in conjunction with, that's not the right word, in combination with the stressful situation, the beyond stressful situation, could cause her to do something like that. I don't think she was right. I'm not saying it was justified. However, when she was alone in that closet and she was watching that video of them, she was feeling that connection that they all had that she never felt like she had. And that was why she committed that murder in the first place, even though it is a horrible... That does not get her what she wants at all.
Right.
But I felt bad for her.
Boo-hoo.
Because she is a child.
I really did not care about her feelings. Once you kill somebody, you're not a child. I don't care about your freaking childhood. There are so many people who have had bad childhoods. I don't care if you're in a stressful situation that gives you no right to kill somebody for no reason. Yeah, no. Like, if it's self-defense, yeah, of course. Do what you got to do to survive. But there was literally no reason she
had a reason. It's not a good reason.
Cold and calculated, and she was like that from the beginning.
She had a reason. It wasn't a good reason, but she had a reason.
Well, yeah, a reason doesn't...
It was a reason. It wasn't a good one, but she had it.
It's not a good reason, and...
It's not like she just decided, I'm going to kill him, because why not?
Still, cold, calculated, she knew what she was doing.
I agree.
I can't feel bad for her. That's on her.
I don't know. I do think ultimately...
But I get your perspective. But, like...
where I felt for her was, I could see, like, she wanted to open the door and show them that she was there and offer them all that food because she heard that they were hungry and that they were thirsty and she was going to help them. But then they started talking about, they were like, yeah, fuck that bitch, because, she's over here killing people. That's crazy. And then she was like, never mind, and didn't open the door. And then at night, she collected all that food. She started tweaking a bit. And then she was like, you know what? I'm going to make my way to the roof and give him all this food that I collected. It's the least that I could do. And then she was unalived by the bully.
Which was kind of shall we say, provoked by the teacher who said, well, she was like remembering what the teacher had said. Was she standing in the classroom looking out the door, and she saw the teacher at the window again saying, help them in any way, do something to help them. She was like, I'm going to bring them food. She was remembering their conversations. God, I'm so hungry listening to the video.
She was trying to make amends. Now, ultimately, she sucks.
Yeah.
She's an awful character, and she made me hate her, and the actress did a very good job. The actress did a very good job of looking so dumb when she was watching Miss Park outside the door.
True.
Do you see her face?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
But that isolation, I don't know if I would survive alone.
So
I would.
TJ's doing okay.
I don't like people generally, but I don't think, unless you're that firefighter dude who has intense motivation to keep going, I don't think you can really survive this alone, just because like the more people, the better. Like all these situations that the kids went through, they would have never survived if they were by themselves.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
Not long term, because like Chung San was able to be alone for quite a while in the library.
Well, let's save that because there's no such thing as long term yet.
That's true. That's true.
We've only been a couple of days.
Well, I mean, long term in this situation, I mean like more than a few hours.
Oh, interesting.
Because like I don't think anybody alone has survived, right?
No, I mean
The
like
closest was Nayeon.
Well, the firefighter.
Well,
there was also the guy.
Oh, but
in
you're contradicting between the
I'm
adult
saying
and the children.
He has intense motivation
Right.
as well to stay alive and get to his daughter,
and he had military
and he
training.
has training.
Yeah.
So I think
and
that's
there was also
very
the
different.
teacher locked in the room. You know, the room where the fish were.
Yeah, he died.
He lasted.
I guess he lasted a little bit.
That's just
He lasted a little bit. Yeah.
there were super zombies. Like,
Yeah.
who's gonna think that there is a like zombie that has like the cognitive ability to just like open a door?
Oh yeah, I fully agree. But that's what I'm saying. Like this situation is so bad. I don't think you can survive alone. I think that everybody who was alone was shown dying.
Yeah.
You know, this is just not the type of situation that I think you survive by yourself.
Even the bully.
Even the bully, like, because I don't. Oh yeah, even the one under the car.
The one
Is that the
under
one
the
you're talking
car,
about?
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I don't think
Guy
you
on the roof survived.
Oh, he did survive.
True,
He did
true.
survive. You're right. I think. Maybe you'll be the guy on the roof.
I was angry at that guy.
But I'll
Okay,
tell you
so-
what, if
Guy's. Why lie? Why not just say?
if I'm on that
I saw
roof-
them, but let's go.
if I'm on that roof and I get rescued, and I see him in the fucking camp, knowing that
Oh, I'm beating the fuck out of him.
he ain't surviving.
He's dying. Yeah, but they didn't even know it was him.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, they didn't know.
see him.
Okay, so we'll quickly move on. I want to talk about some of the moral dilemmas that are brought up in this. We have a few things. Okay, there's a few things you guys can bring up. The moral dilemmas that we have are the things like the firemen breaking out of the quarantine camp and essentially causing a ruckus, right? You have the detective who I personally think did the right thing of saving the kid, the baby, right? Then rescuing a kid, then rescuing I guess he rescued the streamer first and then rescued everybody else. And doing all of that in what is like the most hostile environment.
Yeah, that cop's a badass.
I understood the idiot who kept telling him, just leave. Like,
yeah,
wouldn't it be better for us to save ourselves and then send help back? Is like BS, but okay.
yeah. He was such a coward. There's no other way for me to word it. The cop had the right mentality. So the streamer, truth be told, I would have left because there's no room on the bike. You have a baby and a child with you.
And that's why I don't think zombies would ever be a real threat.
I agree because
Whoa, I'll get my kukuri.
wait. I think he's saying something.
Zombies don't talk.
Just wait a sec. What was that?
You need a loan? What are you going to buy a house?
What do you need a loan for?
I think he wants to buy a home. Don't we know someone who can help him with that?
Yeah, we do. Have you heard of Corinne Salas at Next Home Grandview in Glendale, California?
She can help you get moved into your forever home now.
Your eternal resting place, if you will. Or forever home. That works. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime like this guy. Call Corinne today at 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at Next Home by Corinne or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com.
Not food. All right, so on to another moral dilemma that I had in this whole entire series is the government. Okay, I have big issues with the government. I want to bring up something that you and I talked about, which was the government cutting off all communication inside of Hoisan. And meanwhile, everybody else outside of Hoisan is still broadcasting fake news.
It makes negative sense.
It really doesn't. I don't think the government ever makes sense, right? But the moral dilemma, I think, comes when everybody who is trying to escape and they're going to the neighboring cities and the neighboring cities don't want them.
Can I, really quick, so I generally agree that the government never makes any sense. That the government does everything they shouldn't, essentially. I heard someone say something recently that makes a lot of sense to me. And they said, everybody likes to say the government is horribly inefficient, right? But I don't think that's true. This is his words, and I kind of agree. I don't think that's true. The government is probably the most efficient organization in the world. The problem is we're assuming that their goal is their stated goal because they're really good at making themselves rich. They're incredibly efficient in that manner. They're not efficient in helping the populace like they're supposed to.
Okay.
So the whole like cutting off communication within Hoisan just makes like negative sense to me. It doesn't benefit the government in any way because they were talking about in the board meeting. They were saying that all the fake news is happening from outside of Hoisan. All the fake news, people keep saying that it's spread to Seoul or that they're I forget all the rumors, but all these crazy rumors
causing more panic.
Exactly.
By cutting them off because none of the real shit's coming out, so everybody's making up stuff.
Exactly. So the board was saying like, should we censor the media? And that one guy was saying, no, just because we've enacted martial law does not mean we should censor the media. The media is owned by the people. But then like 2 scenes later, the guy's up there like, we're going to censor everything within Hoisan. Negative sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't help the government. It doesn't help the people within Hoisan. It doesn't stop the spread of fake news. It does nothing. It's so weird.
So it just makes it harder for them to fucking reach out. Like,
yeah, it's like,
are you not
zombies
trying to
aren't
help?
using the internet?
Like,
Well, that's a good one. Zombies aren't using the internet.
So it's like, I don't know. To me, it kind of seems like a writing flub, but the show's so good. It kind of seems like plot weapon, like they're trying to push it.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to make it as like, difficult as possible for the characters because
that's kind of
if they could reach out and like, call somebody and like reach the government, then they would have came and picked them up.
Way
but
sooner.
They didn't know that they were, they didn't know that they were there.
Well, what I would say in response is the government is not good. It's not efficient at anything. All of the people getting rich. See, it's not the government, quote unquote, getting rich. It's not the tax coffers getting rich. It's the individual politicians working with private sector businesses getting rich.
But they make up the government and they use the government to do that.
And well, they're not only using it to get rich.
It's the companies
stay rich too.
Using the government.
Which is
so
why
who's really
say,
the
like,
more efficient ones? Is it the government or is it the corporations who use the government?
Well, I suppose so. I guess it's more of a semantic, but either way, like what the government is doing is efficient if you consider that what they say their goal is might not be their goal.
Well, and that's where I say that they are absolutely inefficient for the fact that they do not do what their taxonomical purpose is.
Yes, I agree. By our standards, they're incredibly inefficient.
Right.
But to their standards, I think they're very efficient because they're getting rich. Like, so the example that they brought up, this was Andrew Schultz on his podcast. The example that they brought up was Obamacare. And they said that, and now I don't 100% know how true this is, but they said when Obamacare came out, the insurance companies fucking skyrocketed. They got super fucking rich off of it, using government to put money where they want the money to go.
Right.
So incredibly efficient if that's your goal, but obviously to the Americans, very inefficient.
Which is the objective statement being the objective purpose
Makes
is
them
not
inefficient.
being
Yeah.
met.
Which means they're inefficient.
So it's
Yeah.
massively inefficient. The fact that they are benefiting a small subsect isn't efficient. It's just, all it really means is they're corrupt.
Yeah. I guess their version of efficient is it's just corrupt.
That's it. So
But we're assuming that the Korean government is like the American government. Are we willing to say that all governments are the same?
well, okay, what I'll say is in this universe, let's pretend that this government, the South Korean government, is actually out for the betterment of the people, and they are trying to do what's best, but they are limited by actually adhering to the rights of the people.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm that government, I can actually understand why they would put a restriction on Hoisan. Not that it makes sense, not that it's good, not that it's what is the word? It's not expedient to block out all of the communication from within Hoisan. You now can't get any information in or out of. I don't think that's a good idea. However, you're trying to do whatever you can, and you're trying to say words to your people to tell them we're doing something. I guess I can understand blocking the information out, and the only reason I can justify that would be that streamer who broke in, who then is streaming out, I'm going to uncover the real truth of Hoisan, right? It might have been well intended, but it could have led to a lot more problems. Now, I still don't think that justifies the action, but I'm trying to give the government all of the benefit of the doubt and saying, we're not going to restrict the communication in areas that we have not declared martial law, but in the area that we have, now we are, as I've brought up before, the government can only ever be reactionary if it is truly concerned about the rights of the people.
Mm-hmm.
You're reactionary, then the only thing you can do is block off the communication in Hoisan. You can't block it off in Seoul or in other parts of Korea where there's no problem.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they're really trying to hide like any fuck ups they might have, you know?
Yeah, I guess if
'Cause,
you...
you know, hey, this helicopter just left without me. There's like freaking 12 people with me. Well, you know, what's happening, government? And that gets out. Everybody's going to be pissed at the government. So, like, they're hiding fuck ups, whether they're intentional or unintentional fuck ups. That's what they're doing.
I get it. So, with that, I do a little segue here to something that I'll call external threats.
Okay.
The external threats are this exact thing. The government would have been an external threat, right? But what other external threats are there? Of course, you have, if we're talking about we're the group of kids, right? You have these new, should we say mutated? I don't know if that's the right word, but these new
Half-bees.
half-bees. That's what they called them.
Mm-hmm.
We have these new half-bees.
Apparently, they also
Ham-bees.
called them ham-bees, which I think sounds way dumber.
Hambies is
I like
that's
the
a
half-bees.
good band name, right?
I like
there.
half. See, it's the problem that it says ham so directly. Ham bees, that just doesn't vibe with me.
Well, it's
Yeah, I get that.
zombies.
No, I get that, but that's like when you combine couples' names together to
Yeah.
make a name. There's always a good one and a bad one.
Yeah.
Like they're not both winners usually. Ham bees is not a winner to me.
No, I get it. So you have the half-bees, you have the government. Could you think of any other external threats that these kids were facing?
Food. Did
Ooh,
we ever see
good.
them eat?
No, they were getting hungry.
And they brought it up.
No, the only person who was eating was chick locked in the closet, and the one half bee who walked up and ate some fish, crunching on it.
Did she throw up because the fish? Why did she throw up?
She ate a person, I think.
Whoa.
Well, but
she's still like cognitively there. Would you not like be horrified with yourself if?
no, she did not seem like that type of person, to be honest.
True.
Maybe he just tasted bad.
Maybe. Well, I'm thinking. Well, so what I'm wondering is maybe she threw up because she ate something that wasn't human.
The fish.
Yeah, the fish. Or
Mm.
half bees can't actually eat eat people. They can only infect.
No, that dude could. He ate that. He ate that bully. Ate what was that punk girl's name?
Oh yeah, Nayeon.
No, yeah, no. He gobbled
Yeah,
her.
no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he didn't throw up. So I think it was. I think it's just guilt.
By the way,
I think it was guilt or the fact that I like the maybe she ate something that wasn't human. She can only eat humans.
I think it's because she ate the fish. Because she
Yeah.
specifically ate the fish, and then we haven't seen any other zombie eating anything else besides a person.
so I got to say, one of the things that just annoyed the hell out of me with this set of episodes was when the bully ate her. The fact that I kept having to hear him chew and slurp and smack his lips annoyed the hell out of me. That was just that's just a personal pet peeve. I can't stand listening to or watching people
or whatever where you can't hear mouth sounds. It'll irk you.
I mean, it's not that bad, but
I think you're like me. Like, I hate ASMR.
I can't stand that.
I can't stand
love
it.
ASMR. I don't like the mouth sound ones. Like, that's not what.
Oh, I can't.
I be watching dudes get haircuts. Like, you ever just like listen
That
to
kind of-
scissor
yeah.
sounds? Like, that's
That could be
very
nice.
calming.
I could see
You
that,
know-
like a buzz or like scissors cutting. I could see
Yeah.
that. But yeah, the mouth sounds ASMR, that stuff I cannot do. Or like the food chewing. Ugh,
That was my
Oh,
thing in the
mukbangs, dude,
2000s.
it's
In
so
the-
gross.
In the 2000s, Carl's Jr. had this big push of showing they were beautiful women, no doubt about it, eating these giant burgers, right?
I feel like I remember that.
I couldn't stand it. Nothing more unappetizing than watching other people just
Yeah.
scarf food. Now, I'm not trying to suggest that I eat proper in any way, shape, or form. I'm an animal.
No, but you don't stare at other people eat. Like,
And I
Yeah.
don't want anybody looking at me when I eat.
I feel the same way. Like, hey, like when you're at the dinner table and you're talking, you're looking at the eyes.
Yeah.
You're not watching people eat.
Can't stand it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And if you have manners, if you didn't grow up in the frickin' forest, you're not talking with a full mouth.
Right.
Like, you may be like right,
Well, we're
right
Mexican,
after you
so-
like swallowed a little
no,
bit.
no,
you're
no.
still,
I
like,
don't.
chewing.
I don't chew with full. I don't talk with a full mouth.
If
at
I
all.
have
Like,
food
you'll
in my
swallow it
mouth,
and then you'll like finish your sentence and then you'll
If
that's
I
how
have
it goes. You don't just
food in my mouth,
mouth.
I'll like block my mouth so you can't see.
oh, Maddie does that.
If my mouth is like full, I'm not gonna try to talk through the food. But if I have like just a little bit in my cheeks, I'll just cover my mouth while I finish my sentence really quick.
And you'll also notice if you ever come down to our neck of the woods, TJ, we have an
We don't live in
absolute.
woods.
We have an absolute talent
I do.
where everybody in our family will start talking to you the second you put food in
For
your mouth.
real. It is brutal.
Okay, so now let me move on. Final category here.
Final Jeopardy. Bup, 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 bup.
I'm going to go to the themes of hope versus despair. So all
Well,
the way
Onjo
through
brought up.
this. What's that?
What Onjo brought up.
Well, okay. Now because I want to kind of
Oh wait, no, that was Namra.
Namra. Yeah.
She brought that up.
What I kind of want to center on is the final. Let's go to episode 8, which you guys are a little rusty on, but
We watched it. We watched it.
But at the end there, they were talking about how if the government was going to come save them, they would have already. That
Yeah.
they don't care that nobody is there. We already knew this because of their recordings. How that one girl really felt.
Oh, she annoys me. G-Man. She
You-
annoys me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she said my parents came back, but They died. So if you find this, punish everybody involved. Punish them all.
Yeah, I don't know. She annoyed me for more reasons than that. Maybe I was just annoyed at her for everything she said beforehand. I get it. She saw her parents were dead. She felt like she had nothing else to live for. I understand that. But gosh, she just became a miserable person, like to everybody. She started becoming like the new Nayeon. And I started to really dislike her.
So what other themes of hopelessness do you think you witnessed in this? I think we saw a few things. You can expound on. They were getting hungry. They had already discussed the fact that they were 2 days without water.
The door being locked.
The door
when they
being
got
locked.
to it.
That was a good one.
Oh, that's really
Like
rough.
that. They
yeah.
had, they got out.
They had the whole plan.
Well, I'm not gonna say without a hitch, but their plan worked.
No one died.
With that blockade. Nobody died.
Which
they
that's
got
some
up the
crazy.
stairs. There were no zombies there when they got there. That'd be perfect to get to the roof, but it was locked.
That was some insane structural engineering from these high school kids.
Yeah.
That blockade they made.
Yeah.
That was insane.
There's an American schools joke here somewhere.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't think real Korean students are building a blockade that sturdy to hold that many zombies who don't feel pain, who are just pushing. No, you can tie stuff together. That was structurally sound. That's insane.
Mostly, they were still holding on to it. It wasn't like perfect, but it was good enough to. There was the whole other half of the room was full of zombies. So
exactly, no high school students anywhere in the world. I'm sorry, no high school students are building a blockade that sturdy that can hold that much weight. That was incredible.
I was also thinking of a trap that they could have made if they took some piano wire from the piano, strung it up in front of the door. The zombies would run through the door, clothesline, like wire through the neck type thing. I think that would have bought them some time too. Yeah. I thought of that. Like I was like, what? Use everything at your disposal. There's a piano right there. Kill that zombie. It's just they're making noise.
What would you use to attach the wire to the door frame?
Piano wire.
Well, I'm sure there's
Piano string.
something somewhere.
What would you use to attach the piano string?
I can
to
find
the door
a
frame?
stud. I can
There's
get a
gonna
piece
be-
of metal.
There's
I
gonna
can make
be
a nail.
nails around. There's gonna be, you're gonna find, especially with all the shit they destroyed, like everything that they made a barricade with.
Screws from the
you break
desks.
those things apart. Yeah, you have nails, you have screws, and you can attach.
But it's piano wire.
Yeah.
So are you tying it around the nail?
What I would do is probably tie it on one end around a nail that's already secured, and then on the other side I would have it on some form of leverage, like a chair leg, something that won't cut my hand off, right? So I tie it to that in such a way that I can I could pry it off and pull it tight. So I would want to secure the leg against the door, and in a leverage fashion pull it so that it gets taut across the door.
This is why y'all need me in the zombie apocalypse, because nobody else is going to think of that.
You do come up with cool traps, like the zombie heads hanging in the
I'm
in
straight
the
up
woods.
Home Alone up in here, bruh.
Yeah, you come up with good traps.
And they're so clumsy and like fast, they're going to run into it.
They're here.
Who?
The zombies.
I thought the gate would stop them.
They knocked it down instantly.
How much time do we have?
They're already here.
We should have bought that beautiful Los Angeles dream house in that safe neighborhood that Corinne showed us.
I know, it was so much more defensible, and Corinne would have had us moved in before the apocalypse.
Do you think it's too late to call her now?
I'll try. No! We should have called Corinne sooner!
Don't wait until it's too late. Call Corinne Salas today at 714-510-6443 and buy your Los Angeles dream house now. That's 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at Next Home by Corinne, or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com. called?
What
The
were
law
we talking
offices.
about? Oh,
trapped.
hopelessness and hope.
and despair.
Oh well, we were
Hope and
talking about the
despair.
piano trap.
I think
but...
the singing on the roof was cute. I don't know if that gave them hope, but like I'm sure that gave them a sense of like togetherness, which in sense gives hope.
I think
that
so,
they'll be
dude.
better.
Because I mean,
I
what
agree.
else does a bard do?
Yeah.
Daesu's got a voice, bro.
Daesu is a
He
bard,
and,
man.
and he was holding up that whole wall by himself.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
he did.
tank.
Yeah, he did.
The guy's talented. I don't know if this quite counts as despair, but the commander of the containment camp, or what would you call it?
Quarantine zone.
Quarantine zone. When he talked to the assemblywoman, she told him, send a chopper to the high school. We have to try and save the kids. There's a firefighter going by himself. You got to send somebody. And he walked away very like, I'm not listening. But then he gets to his office and he's looking, and then he's talking to somebody below him, like somebody who reports directly to him, and he's saying, send a chopper to the high school. And there was more in that conversation, but my main point is he looked distraught that he hadn't thought of that. And I don't know if that quite counts as despair.
Also, another, because he said there's more of that. The subordinate, whatever, he was like, hey, so should we send somebody to, the part of town that your mom lives in,
Mm-hmm. And he said no.
And he's like, nah, when we get the call to do it, we'll do it. And like, you could see the look on his face, like, does he do his job or does he save his mom type thing? That's despair.
I
I'll
think
tell you what I
I
liked.
think it wasn't even saving his job. I think it was him realizing, like, I left those kids. I haven't sent anybody for the next generation. Like, that's to me,
Zero
it seemed
kids,
like
they
he
said.
was.
There was
Zero
none in the
kids.
quarantine.
Yeah, to me, it seems like he was very distraught with himself that he did not think about that.
I'll tell you what I liked was when the assemblywoman broke it down. Children represent hope.
Mm-hmm.
The adults represent wisdom.
Did she break that down? I think that was also Namra or one of the students in the broadcasting room.
Oh,
I think
I don't
they
remember
said
who,
that.
but
And they said, which one do you think our
it was
country
Namra.
is?
It was Prez.
Mm-hmm.
It was Prez. And the fact that she broke it down in such a way that, because I think they cut to the assemblywoman right after she had referenced this. And then, of course, their whole thing was getting back to the school. And the staff of the assemblywoman was stopping the firefighter from going. He was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go. I'm going to get my daughter. And everybody wanted to stop him. And that was the conversation. Do we send so-and-so? His mother lives right over there. Do I send him? It's like, no, you don't send him because he's probably not going to make it. I'm going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea behind children represent hope, the adults represent wisdom. You can't let all hope extinguish, and you can't let all wisdom die.
There has to be balance.
And like with the, them being students still in this horrible situation, they're still like finding time to like be kids still, like confessing their love to, their crush or whatever.
Oh
and
man, so cute.
stuff like that is like, that's the hope part of
Completely agree.
the next generation.
Completely agree. So with that, all of you survivors, thank you for tuning in. I want to tell you about our social media. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook by searching Will You Survive the Podcast. Something I never mention, but it does exist out there. So go and find us on YouTube. You can search Will You Survive the Podcast or search at The Boys, right? At the @ symbol, The Boys at WYS. Go check us out on YouTube. We don't have a whole lot of action going on over there, but we got a bunch of short clips and stuff like that. So we hopefully will get full episodes up at YouTube soon. But we also have our email that we would love to hear from you. And I do have something to read from you, but let me read to you. We do have our email, which is theboys at willyousurvivethepodcast.com. That THEBOYS at willyousurvivethepodcast.com. And on Spotify, we got a comment. And this is from Sutton Haviland. He says, "Hey guys, great podcast. Started listening this summer and really enjoy it. If it's not too hard, talk more about zombie fighting weapons. Thank you. Keep up the good work. So we could do that. I think we should potentially come up with some zombie fighting weapons. And
No, I just did piano wire.
you did. That's
we're
true.
talking like creating our own.
I think so.
That's interesting.
I think any lawn tool can be turned into a survival weapon. They got like, chainsaws, basically chainsaws on a stick used to cut branches. That'd be perfect for a freaking zombie apocalypse.
Long range.
Yeah. Keep
Long
them away
range
from
melee.
you.
Josh says, "You mean the Russian necktie?" And Sam says, "Throw a stapler at their head."
That'll do it. I agree. I don't know about any yard tool, because when you said that, I immediately
Name one.
started thinking about like little pruning shears.
I could use that.
I mean, I think you could. I don't think you. You definitely
Yeah,
could.
break
It's
the
sharp.
handles off. There's already a screw going through it. Ninja throwing star.
You're right. You could definitely modify them.
Battering.
What about a trowel?
You sharpen it.
I mean, I suppose so. I think there's
Yeah.
better ones, like maybe hedge clippers, or like the long ring or the chainsaw on a stick.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going with? What's it called?
Which one?
It's a
branch
chainsaw on a
trimmer.
stick?
I don't know. It's basically a long chainsaw
Oh, it's a hedge
on
trimmer.
stick.
Yeah, it's a hedge trimmer.
Okay, chainsaw on a stick.
But lawnmower.
That's
you
yeah.
can-
Joseph says use bush trimmers. That's essentially what you're talking about.
Yeah. No. I will go to Home Depot and make one and send. We'll put it on Instagram.
Okay, here's something. Okay, because I just watched. Do you guys like good? God, this is so hard to say. Good bad movies.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
So
like Sharknado, stuff like that.
okay,
Room.
yeah. Very similar. Okay, so this
The
was
what?
The Room.
which The Room. I didn't watch
I've
that.
never seen that.
You never seen The Room? Tommy
No.
Wiseau?
No.
So
Okay.
here's
Yeah.
one that I just really freaking enjoyed. It's based off of the video game Dead Rising.
Oh,
I think it was called Endgame. Dead Rising Endgame. It was absolutely silly. Good story. Not good acting.
that game is kind of the same way, actually.
Well, it's
I thought
very
the game was fun.
It's
The
very
game is-
Japanese game,
I did,
but set in America.
But you do make a good point because that's one of the very. Yeah, I watched it on Tubi. That's exactly where I watched it. Good job, Sam. I noticed that when I played that game, I didn't actually sit and listen to the cutscenes.
No, because it's just about the killing of the zombies.
It's just awful.
Yeah, you just step outside with a shopping cart that has like fucking chainsaws attached to the side.
But
and you
I
just
wanted to point
run
up.
through a bunch of zombies.
I wanted to point out some of the weapons they made was like the bolts through the baseball bat with a nail put at the tip of it, so it's like a spear. You had they made like a bladed. I mean, it's like a huge axe, but with what looked like a saw blade on the end of it. So it was like 360. You could hit the zombie from anywhere.
You get a
and
baseball
take its
bat,
head
you
off.
cut a slit in it, you
Exactly.
get a saw blade, stick it in there.
And bolt through it.
Yeah.
And so it was pretty interesting. Some of the weapons they came up with, and of course, one of the guys had a nail gun. Sam, is that where you got the nail gun idea? Because that was one.
Nail guns are complicated because you gotta they all have like a safety on them. Like you have to have it pressed up against something for it to work. But if you press the safety back and then do it, it'll shoot the nails. And
Yep.
I did that when I was working construction, and it was fucking. It was funny. I'm a child.
So, with all of that, I think we're about done here. So, thank you all for tuning in. Remember that we broadcast all of our podcast episodes every Friday at 7 a.m. If you're listening to us on Spotify, you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Good Pods, or anywhere that you get podcasts. We're everywhere. Go find us. And make sure you email us your ideas, your criticism. Help us out. we want to make this a real running podcast, so we could use your help. Tell us where we can get better. Thank you all for listening all the time, and we always appreciate you survivors. Oh, by the way, you can also comment on Spotify. That was one of the comments that I read. You can also leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and so on and so forth. So with that, thank you all. We will be signing off now. Good luck editing this, TJ.
And until next time,
Stay
alive. And, confess your love before you die.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Alex.